Dun, 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 dun. Plug that in. Boom. You think Wolf is a little pissed today? Wolf is a lot pissed. Wolf is a lot pissed. Roku. I Roku'd myself. All right. All right, guys. What camera am I using? I'm using a Logitech 4K camera, something like that. I don't know. Oh, you took the day off, XRP gal. What a day. Yeah, I'll get right into it. So Roku. So this morning I tried to alert Roku. I mean, I did. So in TTG, one of the things that we do is, we don't buy something and then just tell you, hey, we bought this, So we tell you, okay, look, this is what I'm trying to get into. This is why, and we go through it. I'm on the bid here, blah, blah, blah. And I tried to get on the bid for Roku, 110 calls, okay? I haven't even looked. Let me look real quick for you. So I'll put it this way. I was trying to get filled at $2 and $2.20. Okay. They closed at $11.60 today. I tried to buy 100 of them. 100. Then when I missed them, I was like, I think I should buy the 115s. The 115s, I didn't want to chase them. And the 115s were $1.20 at the time. And now they're $7.80. So that actually had a big move. Okay. But here's the good thing. A lot of people in TTG got it. Guys, sorry. I'm like all sweaty. So sweaty. Sweaty. I was outside all day. It wasn't a total loss of a day. Played the SPY, nailed the SPY. Not once, but twice. Was it once or was it twice? I forget. Yeah, it was definitely twice. Oh, and then QQQ is the last trade that I made. Also got some Chronos $7 calls. Those are just kind of stuck in the mud. They were trading kind of weird, but honestly, from my first SPY trade, I could buy 5 of the positions in Chronos and those $7 calls for free. So I'm just kind of like, whatever happens with Chronos, great. If I, I actually did take profit on it at 25 cents and 22 cents. Got in at 18, bought a little bit of the dip. It just traded funny. But today was a great day for True Trading Group. So yeah, so 100 of those Roku calls would have cost me 20 grand. And if I had gotten filled, they would be worth 110,000. No, 116,000. $116,000. So it only been 96,000 profit. All right, now I'm sad. Do your trades get alerted on the app? Yes, they do get alerted on the app. So tonight, we are going to be doing a live stream. So this is my code. You get a one-on-one. But, the people that came in, I don't know, some of the the free members. So today was TTG Tuesday, which is we basically open up the chat room and you get to see how everything functions, throughout the course of the day. So we opened it up and honestly, it was really slow this morning. The only thing, and you guys know because you guys watch my streams here, and I tell you, I go, guys, I really want to get into Roku. I really want to get into Roku. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, I'm giving you guys gold. So I think you should subscribe. At least hit the like button. 12 likes. What is that? Come on. Any info on PYX? I don't know what's going on with PYX. It's still halted. So we'll see. Look, the Robinhood traders love bankrupt stocks, and PYX has a astronomically low float. So I think when it unhalts, I'll probably get in because there's going to have to be some short covering into that, assuming that there was people with big short positions. So I think the first thing that you have to do if you want to look into PYX is see what the short position was before it got halted. Only if you make them, or is it suggest because you didn't get in the Roku? Mark S., I don't know what you're saying. I guess I'm just seeing that first question. Let me scroll up. Oh, do your trades get alerted on the app? Yeah, so my trades will only get alerted on the app if I post them. But with Roku, I just didn't get filled. A lot of people today got filled on Roku because they just hit the ask. And I just didn't want to chase it because I was buying a big position, right? So the difference between me hitting the offer and you know what the crazy part is? It got down to my bid. It just never filled. So it just took off, and in hindsight, yeah. So Timothy Smith, I didn't post the alert. So you didn't hear the cash register when I do an alert, but that was, I actually alerted it here on YouTube. Was it yesterday or Sunday? That I was looking to get into a Roku position, or that people should be looking at Roku. But today I said all right, I want to get in here, but I still stayed on top of it. Even though I wasn't in the trade, I still stayed on top of it. Everybody knew what levels we were looking to get, and why, and what would happen if that 312 level broke. And and I said it. And when it was at 310, I said this thing breaks 312, probably goes 316, 317, and we went 320. So the volume in there was insane. What are my thoughts on JC Penney's? No, why would you buy a bankrupt company? It's like buying Hertz. The people at Hertz basically said, if you buy this stock, you will lose all your money. How do I determine how long a position to buy? Price? How much are you talking, XRP gal? Roku, the reason that I was usually I wouldn't take that big a size on a Tuesday, but I was really confident in the trade. Just seeing how it was trading and then seeing everything that was going on in the market. So I felt really, really comfortable about getting into Roku. Oh, the date. It depends. Sometimes, so I won't buy weekly call options past Wednesday. Any options that I buy that are weeklies, if let's say at 2:00 in chat, I alert a call. Okay. Let's say it was on Apple. I will be out of that day because I don't hold calls or puts overnight. Well, especially I don't hold puts. If I had Roku calls, I probably would have kept some and held them overnight just because you're up so much. I mean, that call went 500% plus, 550%. So it's nuts. Yeah, Timothy, the options were great too. We did really, really good on the options. In retrospect, so I messed up today. So I think one of the alerts was what was it? 313 SPY calls. Oh no, 312.50 SPY calls. All right. And the whole thing behind that was I was like, this is going to 314. It's going to test 314 again. Sure enough, it did. All right. That was a monster trade from 282 to 355. That's a monster trade with options. You know, you're getting like, if you get 30 cents on an option, that's great. If you get 50 cents, that's sick. $1, obviously, you know, every 10 cents on an option, if you buy 10, is $100. So now think about that if you buy 50 or if you buy 100. So, you know, every 10 cents, if you buy 100 options, is $1,000. You know, that's why Roku, like, that's the only way you could have that type of money. And the crazy thing is, had I bought 1,000 shares of Roku, all right, it would have cost me $107,000 today. Okay. And if I bought the bottom today and sold the top, I would have made $13,000. All right, by spending $20,000 in options, if I did that, if I bottom ticked and top ticked it, I would have made $96,000 profit. So this is why, you know, options are so sexy to people. And this is why I like playing with options so much more, you know, because it allows me, you know, for 100 options, that's basically me buying 10,000 shares of Roku. So do the math. That's like, if in order for me to get the same gain, I would have to buy $1 million worth of Roku today. Who wants to spend $1 million? I don't want to spend $1 million on something. Hell no. So yeah. So today was great. Yes, options are like crack. You know, and people are like, oh, why, you know, and people ask, they're like, why'd you only sell? You only made 20 cents. People think that I'm actually making 20 cents, and that's because they don't understand options, right? You know, every cent per option is $1, you know? Now compound that if you buy 50, 100, you know, like Chronos, I've got 100 options. It cost me $1,800, you know, and it could double, it could triple, like, you know, you just get juice on it. How am I so good at seeing the Fed pumps? Guys, you know how you get to Carnegie Hall, right? Practice. I watch, you know, like I always say, these bags are not because they're not hereditary. This is just a lack of sleep. I spend a lot of time watching price action throughout the course of the day. I always have a pen, you know, and then scribble it down. Like, oh, this happened here, this happened there, you know. And when you first start out, you're just writing shit down, and it makes no sense. But you know, you write something down enough, all of a sudden you start to see a pattern, and a pattern develops. You know, also you have to ask yourself questions throughout the course of the day, as you know, what the hell was this? You know, and if you have to ask yourself a couple times, like, whoa, what the hell was this? And you're like, wait, that happened the other day, or that happened yesterday. And I think it happened. And then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, I think it happened earlier too. And you go and you look at a chart, and honestly, you know, if you just, so I take screenshots of charts daily, you know, like I was showing a friend, I was trying to explain it to a friend, and I'll show you a screenshot that I sent him. You know, we were talking about QQQ, and I was showing him where the 3 pumps of the day were. Let's see. There you go. You know, so I'm like highlighting it. And at the same time, you can also see where there's 3 drops in the price action. So if you can trade around time, it's like, yeah, it's like fishing with dynamite, right? You know, and I like to fish with dynamite, just blow shit up, you know, as long as I'm not blowing myself up, you know. I honestly, so we did 243 QQQ calls and got into them a little early. They went down to like 250, got in them at 278, ended up selling them at 3 just because I didn't want to lose anything throughout the course of the day. They ended up closing at 324. So I left, a chunk of money on the table. But, at the same time, when I entered the last trade, I entered with complete profit, from my SPY trade from my second SPY trade. So I got 311.50 calls on the SPY, and that's where I messed up today. I went half position on that and got 50 cents in, what was it, 6 minutes, 4 minutes? And if I make 50 cents in 4 minutes, I'm taking it. I'm taking it just for the story. And, I wanted to play the SPY pump at the end of the day, and that would have been the option I went into. So I was like, I can't justify getting back into a SPY option after I just sold one for 50 cents, So 50 cents on 50 options, it wasn't bad. It turns out to be pretty good, actually. You just kind of do the math on it, So every 10 cents is $500. So were you able to trade the QQQ calls till 4:15? You could have. I was out by then. I got out at like 4:01 at like $3. And then it was like as soon as I sold, all of a sudden it was like 3:05. And then 2 minutes later it was like 3:10. And then one of my friends messaged me because he's in TTG, and he's like, "Oh, I'm still holding those QQQ calls." He's like, "I guess I got to hold on to them tomorrow." He's like, "I had a meeting." And it was 3:14. I was like, "Dude, you could sell them right now." And then I was like, boop, 3:15. I was like, "Oh, forget it." You can't trade all options. You can trade the SPY and QQQ after hours. Are we holding cron calls? I am holding cron calls. Let me see what cron is doing. Look, I think cron and Canopy have another good day. Like if they put in back-to-back good days, then I think they should be safe. My average is pretty, it's manageable where it is right now. My average now is like 16. I had a bid at 13 cents, and it hit. I didn't think it would hit, and it hit, and closed at like 14 or 15 cents. Oh, nice job, Glenny. Yeah, they tick 3 right at the bell. Well, guys, look, at the end of the day, like, I'm never going to complain about making money or losing money, or, well, no, leaving profit on the table. Sorry, it's been that kind of day. Roku hurt. Don't get me wrong, Roku hurt, but it wouldn't be the first time that I did something like this. Once I sold like 300 Twilio calls, and I was underwater on 2 of them, and then I just kept on buying lower strikes for a weekly, which you should never do. And then I got to break even on the highest strike, which was $130 call. Made like a couple grand on the 126 calls, and I had 125 calls also, and I made like 5 grand on that. So all in all, I made like 7 grand, right? The next day, Roku went to $140 something. The calls ended up going to 20 something bucks. Yeah, think about that. That one hurt. That was like a $500,000 loss, but you're never going to be in it. And I looked at the calls, and even when those calls were trading at like $22, there was no volume in them because nobody had held, and the thing just made this crazy move after hours and just stuck it. So yeah, I mean, look, look, people wanted a short Roku today, and I was like, no, or should we buy SPY puts? I love that one. I was like, I don't know, should you go into Crackhead Alley with like $100 bills coming out of your pockets? No, of course not. Nobody wants to go to Crackhead Alley. I go, look, you can do it. You can go through Crackhead Alley, but if you're going to go through Crackhead Alley, you better fucking run. You better run through Crackhead Alley. Take your watch, take your shoes, maybe give you the crackhead underbite. Nobody wants that. Where do I learn my price action expertise? I don't know. Again, like my price action is just by looking at how stocks trade. Throughout the course of the day, I'm watching a specific stock. Like I'm watching the SPY, I'm watching Roku, I'm watching, if I'm not trading and getting into something, I'm watching tickers, that I know, like, okay, I might not be in this right now, but one day it's going to be back to this level and I'm going to understand how it reacted at specific points. Like right now, Roku's at 120. All right. It would not shock me to see this in a week or two at 132 if it could break 122. Because I know what it did in that channel and how it just kind of sliced through that area like hot butter. I also know how strong the cult is of the people in that stock. Mark, I don't know if we would consider another tab for options. Look, we trade what was available, right? U1, I don't even know what the fuck they do. All right. We were in that so early. It ended up being like, I don't know, what was the entry on U1, everybody? The first entry. It was insane. That move was nuts. 1389. Thank you, Corey. 1389 on U1 was the entry in chat. It went to 27. What did it go to? 27? I didn't even look. I looked if it had options. It didn't. None of these. This is the worst thing about these small caps. Holy shit! It went to 40. Oh, I should have played it. I should have played that. That would have been like my next ABIO. Actually hit 39 after hours. That's nuts. Yeah, that's a small cap that went from $13.89 to $40, Mark. But it's not going to be like that forever. You trade what's available. We didn't make a trade all morning, and we were just watching. It was like watching paint dry. But in the process, like the thing that you need to understand as a trader or somebody that's investing or, somebody that even wants to participate in, day trading or whatever is you don't have to trade. You can just sit back, hang out, take a break, watch Pornhub, catch a beat. Nobody's forcing your hand to, hit the buy button on anything. Like you're not. Sometimes the best days are the ones where you don't trade because it'll be a day where there's like a huge rug pull. And, I find that just as satisfying. So, you just can't be like that. Like, oh, I need to trade something. Guys, and there was a lot of things going on. Like you have to remain disciplined. Like I didn't want to chase anything at all. Roku stung. And I was like, and I knew what Roku would do, but I just couldn't justify it. couldn't justify chasing it because I knew like if I, I knew I wasn't going to be able to go in with the size that I wanted. And then I was like, if I buy it here, we're at this weird point where it could just collapse and go underneath, which I also didn't want, because then it would have fucked up my trades for the rest of the day. Now, obviously I made nowhere near what I made on Roku, what I would have made on Roku today. But, those days are like fucking white whales. You can't fucking kill Moby Dick every day. You're not going to kill Moby Dick every month. But you will get another chance to fucking harpoon Moby Dick. Okay? And in that process, just sharpen your spear. You sharpen that shit. Just wait. You wait. You practice. You practice throwing the spear. That way when the next time that white whale comes, you're a sure shot, So yeah. Oh, my kids are home. They want to see me. They've been gone. Come here, Bubs. Say hi to everybody. Oh my God, you look so cute. All right, now fuck off. He's seeing his mom for the first time. Hey, bring him in here. I want to see him. My kids went away for the first time since March. Come to Daddy. And my daughter's here too. Sophie, I'm doing a live stream. You want to say hi? No? All right, then then you guys need to beat it. Beat it. My daughter doesn't walk around the house anymore. She scoots around on a scooter. Hey, can you shut the door? Vanessa, can you shut the door? No fucking respect. So yeah. Yeah. Roku, motherfucker. So I got in trouble. So if you guys remember my last stream where my daughter said motherfucker. So she went to a friend, like her best friend, like had a birthday. So it was just a couple of the friends who went. And her mom, the girl's mom yelled at her not yelled at her, but she's like, hey, don't do that. Don't take your brother's like whatever. And Sophie goes, yeah, motherfucker. And everybody laughed. And my wife was mortified. And she's like, my daddy taught me. So, yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, guys. So, guys, not to split hairs, but we're at 36 likes, and you know how I feel about being in the 30s. Please do something about that. Can't even look at it. One of you guys, motherfuckers. All right. So, you guys want to see what's trade tomorrow? All right. Trade idea. It's going to take a little while. Small caps do need to get hot, but at some point I'm going to short IWM again, preferably when it's over 150. But when I do short IWM again, I'm going to give myself at least 2 weeks. That way I stay in the trade. I had 153 puts last Monday. By Friday, they were up over 1,000%. But I sold them that day. The reason being, I just wanted profit. It was some of these positions, you should keep a few lottos, right? Keep a little bit of profit in. That really bit me in the ass on a couple of things. Bit me in the ass with Apple 320 calls, or Apple 330 calls. It ended up going to 355, Those are like home run trades where you make 20 grand profit on a trade. SRTY is the Ultra Bear Russell. Oh yeah, Glenny. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to add, I think, Glenny, I might have added that to my streamer. No, I actually didn't. I'm going to add that right now. SRTY. Ooh, $10. What's the all-time low for this? I guess I could find it, right? Under 10. That's really interesting. I'm going to add this to Corona volatility. So I'll show you guys something. So I think everybody needs some kind of app. This is an iHub app. And there we go. Come on. There we go. You can see I can put all these different watch lists. All right. So I have like 2020 long positions, transportation, real estate, Corona volatility, Wolf, dividends, Viridian, which is other shit, and then Weed Watch, and then a default monitor. You know, so like on any given day, these are the ones that I'm tracking, and you don't need to see which ones, but this is it. So that's every stock that I track throughout the course of the day. Make sense? Garen, thank you. 949. Okay. And I'm guessing they have options. So basically, if SRTY goes anywhere near 950, I'm going to buy $10 calls. Got it. Cool. Check, check. Thank you, guys. See, this is what trading in a community does. Apple's going to hit new highs this week. Okay, there's another one. 355, 356. You're very impressed. Thank you. My biggest struggle is intraday trading in tax implication. Throw that out the fucking window. Tax implication. Remember, at the end of the day or at the end of the year, they're going to weigh your wins by your losses. So many times I've heard people, oh, I got to hold this stock because, you know, I need to get long-term capital gains. And they'll hold, like, the stock will be at $10 and they'll be like, nah, I need to hold it. I'm like, you're up 100%. They're like, nah, I want long-term capital gains. And then it'll fucking go down to $5. You lost 50%. But, ooh, great, you got long-term capital gains. It makes no fucking sense. Don't even look at it like that. When, you know, when it matters is when, you know, look, that's why you've got a long-term portfolio. And I mean, look, I don't get long-term capital gains anymore. So it doesn't matter to me because I have a mark-to-market designation. So like I can write off big losses. When you don't have long-term cap, when you aren't mark-to-market, the most you can claim is $3,500. So the capital gains for stock depends on what bracket you're in. You know, like my wife has long-term capital gains. So when I do a private placement, I always buy it in her name, because if I buy it in my name, I'm going to get, no matter what, I'm going to get taxed 40% on it, or 43%, whatever the fuck it is. She'll get taxed 20% because everything is over a year, you know? So if you're married, there's your strategy. Or you can trade within a SEP IRA. You just can't touch the money and it's tax-free, you know, when you decide to pull out the money. So yeah, can I explain mark to market? I just did, but I'll explain it again. Mark to market. So in order to be mark to market, in order to get a mark to market designation, you've got to apply for it on your. So if let's say you wanted it for this year, okay, for 2020. You've got to apply for it on your 2019 return. So it's a year in advance. All right. Once you get it, you can write off all capital losses. It even gives you an allotment for equipment and everything. It basically gives you the designation of a professional trader. You know, so if let's say one year I lose $1 million and then the next year I make $1 million, it's a wash and I don't get taxed. So yeah, guys. So anyway, tonight, so let me give you, so this is, if you want to join True Trading Group, and actually if I can crush money every day, instead of just coming in for free, there's the link and you get a one-on-one. All right. I'm not trying to pitch you guys, but for people that ask, it's right there. SPY puts were monster in the end. Yeah, I'm sure they were. Well, you know, but I bet more people bought like 312 SPY puts or 311 SPY puts and got destroyed. But again, you know, tomorrow, like I wouldn't hold SPY puts and, you know, into tomorrow. Would you? I wouldn't. Fuck no. Fuck no. Timothy, if I'm looking at SPY options for the rest of the week, they will be a one-day trade. So I would look at 355s. You know, if I was really enticed, I would just get 355 calls for next week. Or, you know, something in the money. Because I can't bring myself to buy an option that's like over $5, you know, because then it's like, it's just too much risk if you take on size. The only time that I went to buy an option that was really expensive, and again, I didn't get filled, was when I tried to short Shopify. And I had put like $45,000 on the bid for, what was it? Wasn't even a lot. It was 30 options. No, it's less. 25 options. And the thing went from $30 to $90. Come here. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, people. Look, Bubs. Look what I got. Come here. Oh, he got a haircut. Say hi, people. That's not Grandma. No, that's not Grandma's. Here you go. Yeah. Say what's up, ladies. Oh my God, you're gonna get so much tail. Or dude, whatever. I don't care. If you're gay, you're gay, all right? Love you anyway. He's loving it. Thank God he must look like his mother. My kids are fucking anomalies, XRP gal. My daughter has green eyes, and his eyes, you can't even tell. They're like green or amber. Nuts. My daughter's got like really green eyes. Kid needs a wolf coat. What does a wolf say? Ooh. That's right. Say, what's up, fuckers? What, fucker? All right, go to mommy. Go, show her your new Ray-Bans. He's walking around. He's yelling coconut. I don't know what. Oh, he is a chick magnet for sure. Dudes have tails too. That is true. So guys, tonight I'm going to do a live stream on the TTG channel. What do I think of Lowe's calls? I'll look at Lowe's calls for you. I'm more of a Home Depot kind of guy, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, here we go. Here's one for you. Here's a freebie. I need one more like because I'm at 49. So if we do get an infrastructure project, obviously U.S. Steel is a monster today. 67 top tick. It was in the teens 2 days ago. Okay. We've been in that call since last week. We went underwater. I was like, don't worry. And if an infrastructure project does pass, you want to start looking at engineering firms, firms that provide concrete, and industrials like Caterpillar and shit like that. These fucking kids. So yeah. Glenny trades 22 to 89. You know, Glenny, and I'd never even gotten a Chipotle burrito from you. Sad. Or even a mug. Ready? I got this sent to me. From one of my followers sent this to me. Star Wars longboard. Pretty sick, right? The people at Google sent me, so I have a bunch of guys from Google that follow me, sent me 6 Chromebooks. I was like, dude, you sent me 6 of these. He's like, oh, it was only supposed to be 1. I was like, you want me to send the rest back? He's like, nah, just keep them. I gave them away to kids looking for so every year I sponsor a family for Christmas or 2, and I was like giving away fucking laptops. Can I ride it? Yeah, I could ride it. I used to have a half pipe as a kid. So you want to start looking at companies that would be geared towards infrastructure. All right. There's a really good trade in there. I mean, that's why we're in U.S. Steel. So, all right, guys. So tonight, I'm going to be doing the True Trading Group. I'll be on the phone because Mike can't figure out how to get me on. Like, don't you guys want to see my face? It's so much better. Chris Crawford, you're going to have to look into it, man. So, all right, guys. So have a good night. I will see you guys at like 8:30. Again, here is that code. I really, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. Or the ones that aren't actually in TTG. Guys, Mike does this all the time. First, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, blah, blah, blah. Guys, for the TTG people, did you pay for your membership again today? I'll wait. Boost. Almost every day. I don't know what the fuck you guys are waiting for. Honestly, what are you guys waiting for? So, good job, guys. Today, you guys did great. Everybody was super patient and on point. And we didn't rush any trades. And I don't think we had one losing trade today. Well, we'll see how Chronos comes out. But we did take profit on it. So we'll see. Hopefully, everybody took profit. But, we're still in that trade. Nothing's in a straight line. What does the boo stuff do? It's good when you have like altitude sickness. Why are you crying? You want grandma? Why? You just were there. Okay. I'm going to see you guys later, okay? All right. Bye.